It ain't no joke, holy smokes. He was just fired by Trump. It was no Blackrock. The SEC just said more good things about Ripple and XRP. Hi there, pretty people. Hi, people who make money. I hope this finds you well on this strange Friday. I went with my wife. Today is a day of love. So I went to the movies with my friends and saw Freakier Friday, which is a follow-up to Freaky Friday. It's really good. 7.5 out of 10. This channel is now for reviewing movies. No, but the market went up and down a bit on Freaky Friday. We'll talk about what happened with XRP and how it was turned down right at the barrier, as well as what happened with Ethereum and how it appeared out of nowhere. That and the newest and best news will be talked about. All I ask is that you smile at me so that I can spread good vibes. Now that XRP is no longer controlled by the SEC, hit the like button hard. Every video should get at least 5,000 likes. You can do it, I'm sure. Let's look at the last movie and see what we get. Here's a test for you. What do you think? More than 2,000 more than 3,000 more than 4,000 more than 5,000? We got 2,800. I believe you can do better than that. At the moment, XRP is worth $3.29, which is 0.65% less than it was yesterday. You can see that XRP was turned down again on the trend line. See it very well. We're having some technical problems with this graph, so XRP was rejected there yesterday. It was rejected again about 6 hours ago, give or take, and it went all the way down to 3.2. It's now back up and running. But I told you yesterday that just because the SEC case is over doesn't mean that I can now buy a gazillion XRP. That's what I saw yesterday. It made me think, wow, hold on a minute. Yesterday, the market gave XRP a nice boost. And I saw other things going with XRP as well. Like, okay, a lot of this might be algorithm changed. We saw it, it's now dealing at a certain rate, a rate set by an algorithm. I'm not getting excited about this, you know, things are the way they are. It's August. So there isn't much money floating around yet. Yes, you are checked in, but other people are still checked out. Really good for you. I'm always logged in, right? You're logged in though, since you're watching this movie, even if you know it's Friday afternoon or Friday night. So have fun after watching this movie, okay? So let's see what happens. Ethereum went up a lot and made a new neighborhood high. It went over the 3,800 area last night, right? Also, sorry about this evening. It was moving quickly and was able to cross 4,000. It is now at 4,032. But this is a new high for the area. Since December, Ethereum hasn't been at $4,000. It's back, right? I'm still a little sleepy, but Bitcoin did get back to 117. Again, it's gone down a little over the last 15 minutes and 20 seconds, but it did get close to 17,000 again. This is what I'm going to be looking for in terms of XRP. If XRP can, price fell sharply to the trend line and closed out the day. It wasn't just XRP though. XLM did the exact same thing. I'm not too worried that it has something to do with XRP or something. There was just a technical sell-off that took place. Okay, also you can see Ethereum that fell down there, and same as everyone else. In other words, I'm not crazy about that. Today is Friday. There is a lot of trickery going on Friday. We will keep an eye on XRP and the crypto market next week to see how they did this weekend. We have CPI on Tuesday of next week. I made a mistake. Like if you watched the movie earlier this week, I thought it was CPI week this week, but then we found out it was next week. It will be CPI and PPI this week and next. Because of this, we need to think about it and look forward to it. Okay, I know that some people don't want to talk about the plots now that we have them. They only want news. Some people also don't want news. Graphs are all they want. That means I give to everyone, right? Okay, let's talk about the news. We've been talking about Gerasi, or Nate Gerasi. I'm not sure how to say it. He has been talking about how he thinks Blackrock will make or file for an XRP ETF now that the SEC case against Ripple is over. This has happened in the last few days. Blackrock has actually called Nate out and said they don't have any plans to release a spot XRP or SOL ETF right now. Also, Nate believes this will be seen as a mistake in the future. We'll see. This was revealed by For the Win. It says that Blackrock, which trades and lists Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, does not have any plans for an XRP ETF or SOL ETF at this time. That's what they said to the block on Friday, right? That's what the Blackrock spokesperson said. Let's see. We'll check to see if they are trying to, right? This is just time for ideas. Okay, put this in an okay. This idea is just a guess. I would not want XRP to go up too much if I were Blackrock and wanted to make an XRP ETF. I would have to buy more XRP for the ETF. Also, if XRP goes up too much and clients or possible buyers think it's already gone up too much, they might not buy that ETF as much because they'll say, oh, it just went up 100%. You know, what's the most it could cost if I start it now? In that case, I would be like, whoa, 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 no, no, no. Do not use XRP. Say we're not going to do anything. After that, in secret, right? Our job is to work behind the scenes. This could just be a thought. Okay, open the special bubble again. So let's see what happens. We'll see what comes of that. Breaking. President Trump has fired Billy Long as commissioner of the IRS. According to the New York Times, they said it would work as acting IRS commissioner while the administration chooses a permanent replacement. This is a big change for the U.S. tax agency. And Trump keeps firing people to clean up the government. He's not scared to do it. Oh, and of course, the IRS tax effects. We'll see if there are any changes to the crypto tax in the next 6 months or so, because there was a lot of hope that crypto-related tax change would happen. Of course, we'll see if that does happen. Also, I promise I will never tell you to buy, sell, or hold, right? Because I don't know what the market will do or how things will go every day, like this seller. Indeed, we could have broken out here or pushed back. As for the slowdown, I had no idea it would be this stream, right? In about an hour and a half, XRP went down by about 5%, and that's why it's hard to know. A lot of rolling bankruptcy could have happened. There were a lot of things that could have caused this. So be very careful out there, okay? Of course, not tips on money. Before you decide to spend, you should always do your own research. Also, please remember that I will never ask you to join something or send me money through social media. They are con artists. And be very careful out there, please, please, please. Another big piece of news is that the SEC has lifted the bans on Ripple bad actors.